शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Namaste. Now we will see the meanings of Shri Vishnu Sahasranama based on Shri Shankaracharya Bhaashya for verse 100. First we will see the verse. Anantarūpo namtaśrīr jitamanyuḥ bhayāpahaḥ caturaśro gabhīrātmā vidiśo diśaḥ. The namas herein are anantarūpaḥ, anantaśrīḥ, jitamanyuḥ, bhayāpahaḥ, caturaśraḥ, gabhīrātmā, vidiśaḥ, vyādiśaḥ, diśaḥ. There are 9 namas herein. We will see the meanings of each of these one by one. The first nama is anantarūpaḥ. Anantani रूपाण्यस्य विश्वप्रपञ्चरूपेण स्थितस्येति anantarūpaḥ. As the one who is established as the entire universe, the one with endless forms. Ananta, Rupa are the two components. So Ananta is endless and Rupa is forms. So the one with endless forms. Acharya says, Vishwa Prapancha Rupena Sthitasya. The Vishwa means entire, Prapancha universe. So as he is the entire universe, so all the forms in the world are his forms. That's why we see in the Purusha Sukta also, Sahasrashirusha Purushaha, Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. So innumerable are his heads. Innumerable are his eyes, innumerable are his feet, and innumerable are his hands. So all the feet, all the hands, all the heads and all the eyes, so that we see in the entire universe is the form of Bhagavan Narayana himself. So he is in the form of all manifest beings and creatures that we see around us. So each and every component, each and every particle of the creation is the form of Bhagavan Narayana, and hence he is glorified as Anantarūpa, the one with endless forms. The next nama is anantaśrīḥ. Ananta aparimita shrihi parashaktirasyeti anantaśrīḥ. The one who is endowed with inexhaustible great power. So he is anantaśrīḥ. Ananta and Shri are the two components. Ananta, here Acharya says aparimita, means inexhaustible. And Shrihi here refers to Parashaktihi, great power. For the creation, for the sustenance, and for the dissolution of the entire creation, great power indeed is required. So none other than Bhagavan is endowed with such great power, the great Parashakti. Hence, he is glorified by this nama Anantaśrīḥ. In the Shvetashvatara Upanishad also, we see Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate. The Bhagavan is endowed with Parashakti, great power for Srishti, Sthiti and Laya. Hence he is Anantaśrīḥ. The next nama is jitamanyuḥ. Manyuḥ krodhaha jito yena saha jitamanyuḥ. The one who has conquered anger. Jita, manyu are the two components. Jita means the one who has conquered. What has Bhagavan Narayana conquered? According to this nama, Manyuhu. Manyu is anger. So Bhagavan is the one who has conquered anger. It was clarified in one of the previous namas that it is not out of anger, it's not out of rage that Bhagavan in his various avatars he kills or decimates the Rakshasas and Asuras and various other uh, people. It is to establish dharma that he performs those acts of annihilating the negative forces. So it is not that he is enraged, he is endowed with raga and dvesha, because of that he goes to war. No, the very purpose of the wars that are waged by Bhagavan in his various avatars is only to establish dharma. The next nama is bhayāpahaḥ. Bhayam samsārajam pumsam apaghanan bhayāpahaḥ. The one who removes, destroys worldly fears of people. Bhaya, apaha are the two components. Bhaya is fear and apaha means the one who removes. What kind of fear? Samsāraja. So in this world, there are various kinds of fear. Bhoge, roga bhayam, kule, chuti bhayam, vitte, nripalat bhayam. So there are various kinds of fears in each step in this world. Bhoga, in enjoyment, lies roga bhaya, means the fear for disease. When someone indulges in some kind of an enjoyment, in within it lurks the fear for uh, uh, disease. In the same way, kule chuti bhayam, a person who is born in a great family, he is always afraid of maintaining or not slipping away from the esteem or the prestige or the status that his forefathers have established for his family. Vitte nripalat bhayam. So on amassing great wealth, though it is a kind of happiness getting so much of a wealth, then one is worried about the king, that the taxes that he has to pay and his wealth may be confiscated. So in this way, in the samsara, there are so many sources of fear. But Bhagavan, on holding the feet of Bhagavan Narayana, all fears are overcome. So the more we attach with the naama sankirtana, the uh, the swarupa dhyana of Bhagavan Narayana, and the more we detach from this world, then all these fears are overcome by the grace of Bhagavan Narayana. So the one who removes all these worldly fears of those who detach themselves from the sources of worldly fears and attach themselves to the feet of Lord Narayana, so he is the one who removes that fear, hence he is bhayāpahaḥ. The next nama is caturaśraḥ. Nyaya samavetaḥ caturaśraḥ. Pumsam karmanurupam phalam prayacchati. The one who is just, the one who grants results in accordance with actions. So the word caturaśraḥ has been interpreted by Acharya as Nyaya Samavetaḥ. The normal meaning of the word caturaśraḥ is a quadrilateral, a symmetric figure with four corners. So in this context, Acharya interprets this nama in the context of Sahasranama as Nyaya Samavetaḥ, the one who is just. He is Caturaśraḥ, very well balanced. As we see a geometric figure, just like a quadrilateral, which looks very symmetrical in shape. So who is also just. So in the same way, taking the spirit from that, we see that just like a geometrically precise figure, Bhagavan is also very precise in his action, who is very just in his action. So how do we say that? Acharya clarifies, Pumsam karmanurupam phalam prayacchati. So everything is according to a system. Everything has a justice. That is, we experience these pleasures and pains not because of any other cause. It is because of our own karma. So Bhagavan is very just in giving the pleasure and pain to people according to their own Purva Janma karma. Hence, he is Nyaya Samavetaha, a very just entity. Hence, he is caturaśraḥ. The next nama is gabhīrātmā. Atma swarupam chittam va gabhīram parichhetum ashakyam asyeti gabhīrātmā. The one whose form or mind cannot be restricted, fathomed, is gabhīrātmā. Gabhīra, Atma are the two components. So Gabhira here is interpreted by Acharya as Parichetum Ashakyam, means that which cannot be restricted or fathomed. So what is that which cannot be restricted or fathomed in connection with Bhagavan Narayana? Atma. Atma is Swarupam. Atma also means Chittam. So the Chittam or the mind of Bhagavan Narayana, one cannot fathom. He is Sarvajna. So his mind will move in all directions. Hence, one never knows the mind of such a great entity who is also glorified as anantaśrīḥ, the one who is endowed with great powers. So one can never fathom or even restrict the mind of Bhagavan Narayana, and his Swarupa, his form, is also not restricted or limited. It is a sarvavyapi. It is present everywhere. Antarūpaḥ tat sarvam vyāpya narayana sthitaha. So he is present within and without. Everywhere he is present. So Gabhīrātmā means the one whose mind is unfathomable, or Gabhīrātmā means the one whose form, Swarupa, cannot be restricted, means the one who is Sarvavyapi. The next nama is vidiśaḥ. Vividhani phalani adhikaribhyo visheshena dishatiti vidiśaḥ. The one who grants various results, especially to the deserving. So vidiśaḥ, dishati iti diśaḥ means the one who grants, visheshena dishati, the one who especially grants. So Bhagavan grants. Bhagavan is the one who grants everything. All our desires are granted by Bhagavan only. But he doesn't grant things arbitrarily without any system. No, he doesn't do that. Visheshena. He pays special attention, special focus, and he studies and understands whether this person is deserving, whether his karma, bhakti, are making him a deserving receiver. So Visheshena dishati. He studies, understands the deserving nature of the seeker, and then grants the prayers. Hence, he is vidiśaḥ. The next nama is vyādiśaḥ. Vividham ajñām shakradīnām kurvan vyādiśaḥ. The one who issues various commands to Indra and others. So we Adisha are the two components. So Adishati means the one who commands. So the one who commands whom? Shakradīnām, to Indra and others. So Indra himself is the king of the gods. So including king of the gods, the Panchabhutas, the five great elements, and all other divine entities are being commanded by Bhagavan. Vividham ajñām. Various kinds of injunctions and commands are given to all divine powers, so that this variegated universe is taken care of. The systems of the variegated universe are well maintained. So Bhagavan is the supreme commander under whose command various divinities perform their respective roles in maintaining the order of this creation. Hence, Bhagavan is glorified as vyādiśaḥ. The next nama is diśaḥ. Samastanam karmanam phalani dishan vedatmana diśaḥ. Being the embodiment of Vedas, the one who enunciates the results of various actions. So, diśaḥ, dishatiti diśaḥ means the one who enunciates or the one who lays down. What is laid down by Bhagavan? Karmanam phalani, the results of various actions. So, Bhagavan is Veda Swarupa himself. So, he is the embodiment or he is the Vedas themselves. And what do the Vedas contain? The Vedas contain various karmas, various actions that are to be performed, nitya, naimittika, kamya karmas, daily actions, and then occasional rituals, and also various kinds of performances to attain various desires. So those various karmas are prescribed and karma phalas are also described there. So the Vedas are embodiment of all kinds of karmas, and the Vedas also teach dharma, and they also contain the various phalas, the various results of performing these various actions. So the Vedas are embodiment of the karma and karma phalas, and those Vedas are not different or not separate from Bhagavan himself. So Vedatmana, the Vedas, they teach or they enunciate, they clearly lay down the karma and karma phala. So dishati means they clearly teach about it, and in the form of the Vedas, who is there? Bhagavan Narayana himself is the Vedas. Hence, he is Dishaha, the one who enunciates, the one who lays down the karmas and karma phalas. Thus, with these 9 namas, in verse 100, we have thus far seen 940 namas. Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishnarpanamastu.